This is an absolutely terrible idea. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a surprisingly realistic RPG set in a chaotic Bohemia. You play as Henry of Skalitz, who despite many beatings and challenges will eventually go on to save the day. Anyway, the game is challenging, but definitely doable. So after release, the developers added Hardcore mode, which forces you to take negative traits that make the game impossible without experience. But what if on top of this I also added more challenge? No maps, scurvy, an insatiable appetite, and the kind of rebalancing that renders the game normally unplayable. So what am I going to do with this hellscape that I've created? My goal is simple: take Henry from a naked, penniless vagabond and turn him into a naked, penniless vagabond who survived 7 days without dying. Can it be done? Well, there's only one way to find out. So give the video a like and place your bets in the comment section. And let's get this show on the road! But first, a word from our new partner. The European heatwave of doom is upon us, and whilst the world might be on fire, my desire to consume tea has never burnt brighter. But how have I not died of heat stroke? Well, I've been mixing my regular tea drinking with iced tea. But not that syrupy, sugary nonsense from America. Holy iced tea. That's right, it's proper black tea, but cold and fruity. I've been enjoying these greatly for the last few weeks, with mango and passion fruit being my greatest recommendation. Of course, there are also other things like energy drinks for people who need to wiggle, hydration drinks for people who need to hydrate, and milkshakes for people who know that just because you've grown up, it doesn't mean you have to shirk happiness in the little things in life. However, I am the tea man, and I will not be swayed from my leafy path of goodness. Best of all, it's lovely and simple iced tea, zero sugar, no artificial flavorings, just lovely fruity stuff brewed from real tea. And it's less than 20 calories per serving, so maybe if you're someone looking for an alternative tea or soft drink, then check out Holy and grab yourself a starter set. Best of all, you can use code BRIT for 10% off, or if you go with a smaller starter set, BRIT5 for 5 glorious British pounds off your first order, or just scan my QR code on the screen. So go pop the kettle off and get cool this summer with Holy. Anyway, onwards with surviving this video. So welcome ladies and gentlemen to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We are playing as Henry today, who is completely filthy, partially naked, and has absolutely nothing to his name. However, unlike the regular Kingdom Come Deliverance start, things are even worse. We would start the game normally with a few things in our inventory, but this makes it far too easy. So everything's going on the ground. There's all of our starting nonsense. We're having none of it. So where does our wonderful Henry start? Well, we begin at level 6, which might seem very good until you realize that that just means we get to pick one of 2 perks. Opportunist, meaning we lose less reputation, or Charming Man, meaning we gain 10% more. Wow, what a great investment. We're going to make Henry a charming man, can't you tell by all of his charm? Despite that, we have the charisma of a sea sponge, the agility of a static caravan, and the vitality of a corpse. The only vaguely positive stat we do have is strength at a rating of 2. Now bear in mind, everyone else is going to be starting the game off with all of these things being roughly 6, and you can start to see the problem we're going to have. We look terrible, we sound terrible, we feel terrible, and doing literally any form of combat would result in Henry collapsing on the floor with a heart attack after swinging out a single punch that did a measly amount of damage. That's our hero. Now we'll get into most of these debuffs later, but the main things we need to look at are Henry is starting out dehydrated, malnourished, with a protein deficiency and scurvy. All of these things are really bad. I kind of need to get some form of water. There is a well here, right? There's got to be a well in a village. Unfortunately for me, I can't actually use the map, so I don't know where anything is. But here is a little bit of thing for me to wash myself with. Yep, there we go. Splendid. I'm as clean as I can get from a trough. And then, is there any water for me to drink? Just like a well, anything? There is a bit of beer. I could steal the beer. I'm going to have to grab it. Right, look, I know stealing is wrong, but fundamentally, I am dehydrated, so I need the beer. There we go. If I drink that, am I now slightly satiated? Yep, we're hydrated. Perfect. Now, if I check my stats, we have 3 agility and 1 vitality. Wow, that's what I call a little bit of progress. Okay, next up, it's our food-related problems. So I'm going to engage in some local weeding so we can get some money to buy some tasty food with. But unfortunately, I've picked up my first negative perk trigger. This is bad back. Basically, Henry has has a bad back, which means every time he crouches or bends over to pick up things, there's a chance he hurts his back and ends up hobbling around at a slower speed. It's very dangerous in a combat environment, but considering my plans for the first day are going to mostly involve gathering resources in the safe environment of the town, we should be a-okay. Right, so I've picked up most of the herbs in this little starting area. Now I guess my goal would be to try and find some kind of apple. Alright, after some initial investigations, I'm yet to find a form of fruit to eat, but I have found these marigolds. These are actually worth big money, and by that I mean 0.4 of a singular coin each. I know, we are in the big bucks area, but this is important. These marigolds might be my one pathway to, safety, survival, shelter, and if we're lucky, maybe even a weapon. And ooh, we've achieved level 6 survival and gained ourselves a perk point. So we're actually quite fortunate that we've achieved level 6 survival, because one of the interesting things about our character is that Henry is a numbskull, meaning we gain experience 40% slower, because we're just not very smart at all. Still, picking up some survival perks is great, and I'm going to grab my first perk in the form of On the Poacher's Trail, allowing me to sell herbs, game, hides, and trophies for double the price. Suddenly those marigolds are more valuable than ever. Alright, let's grab some more marigolds. Intense gardening montage begin!
Christ, it's already done my back in.
And lovely stuff. We've gathered a huge amount of herbs. If I now check my inventory, yep, we've got 64 marigolds. Wow, that's brilliant stuff. There is a random shack up there. There's a chance it has food. So away Henry goes at his maximum speed. Let's go! Whee! We look so silly running, but it's worth it. Trust me. There could be fresh fruit in there. Okay, there is nothing in this hay except free schnapps lying around. Nice. There are hares actually jumping around on the ground here. But yeah, unfortunately I lack the physical stamina to be able to chase down a hare and punch it to death with my fists. I don't have the stamina in me. Yeah, we're on the verge of collapse. We have to return. Well, at least I know where the meat is. It's currently hopping around in a field out here. But short of getting incredibly lucky and having the AI break down, I could really do with some kind of actual weapon to let me engage in some light-hearted poaching. Oh, there's another weird building over here. Okay, before I go and sell my herbs, I'll check this out. Hello. Are you perchance the place where, yep, there are apples on the ground? Are any of them edible? No, none of these apples are edible except... Look at you. A stick. Can I have you? Can I not take this lovely stick of roasted apples? No, that would be illegal. Everyone knows that. Or this barrel of apples. No, can't eat any of those. What's inside? More apples. I can take the beer. One cooked apple. Lovely. A dried apple as well. None of this is counted as stealing though, so we can kind of grab as much as we like. And fantastic, we found them overload. An entire basket filled with apples. Yes, please. And interestingly, we've even found ourselves a bed that potentially we can sleep in. I guess lying down will even tell me what time it is. It's almost midday. Nice stuff. So potentially in this bee-infested hut, we can spend the next few nights. But for the time being, we have ourselves an apple. And by just eating that, we've gained some of our nourishment back. But most importantly, we will have removed the effects of scurvy on our body, taking our agility and vitality up a little bit. Very nice indeed. One of the interesting challenges about playing on this difficulty is that I technically don't know where north is, or even where south, east, or west are. My compass at the top just does not function with it, so that's great. Alright, back to the town we go. We've got a little bit of selling we can try and do. Hello, let's do some trading. Alright, so this chap sells a lot of very powerful things, including potions that can boost things like our speech skill, things to boost our agility and help us in combat, but quite frankly, we're not after any of that. We're here to sell some of our nonsense. So, Mr. Trader, here is 64 marigolds that I found. Please take all of them. Then on top of that, I will throw in all of my poppies, all of my wormwood, all of my nettles, all of my very cheap dandelions, and even the chamomile. Perfect. Right. We've been able to get 36 groschen. Very nice indeed. We're in a surprisingly okay position. Oh, these guys are having a little scrap. Oh, these men are scrapping. Oh, we got two villagers having a fight in the town square. Go on, yeah. Go, Red Hat Man. Go, Red Hat Man. You've got this. Go on. All the bets on Red Hat Man. You've got it. Okay, you did take a few hits there and oh no. Ow, you're bleeding a bit, Red Hat Man. Oh dear, I think I might have backed the wrong horse. Yeah, this poor chap has been knocked unconscious, so we're just gonna grab his body, take him off somewhere safe. After all, he's had a little bit of a hard fight, so I think he needs to sleep off some of his violence. Right, around this corner, nice and out of sight of everybody. Right, I don't think there's anyone near here, so we're just going to drop him down. Now, I believe we can rob his body. We got some cloves. The problem is, if we take his cloves, he's going to know we've stolen them from him because he'll wake back up and he might recognize us and then dob us in. So this feels really bad, but I actually think we have to kill him. There we go, he's dead now. Oh, okay, right. So now that he is 100% dead, now we loot his entire body. There we go. Perfect. So this poor guy died in some kind of punch-up, and there was nothing we could do about it. And so we have ended up with all of his very, very bloodied clothes and sword. I will choose to wash myself here. Let's go. Try and get some of this blood off of my body. How are we looking? Right, we are now looking much better. Yeah, we've actually got some things on our body. And we even have ourselves a sword, a homemade hunting sword. It's in pretty bad condition, but who cares? It's mine. Right, so fantastic. We've got ourselves all nicely washed up, although Henry's starting to get hungry. Challenge indeed. Oh, there's some guards coming down the road. Oh my goodness, there's a guard over there near the dead body. Right, we are really going away now. Okay, off into the woods we go. So let's go hang on out near the pig rolling around in the mud. This is fine. Oh, what's wrong with me? Why am I suddenly tired? Oh, it's my character's tired. That's why. Let's check my stats. Okay, energy's down to 24. Nourishment is down to 34. Henry is like a narcoleptic hungry hippo. This is insane. Okay, let's have a little bit of food. What have I got in my inventory that isn't just an apple? Okay, it's more apple. Fine. Apples give like next to no nourishment. Look at this. We just get 1 nourishment per apple. Genuinely, really quite bad. Okay, I was expecting so much more value from apples. But no, it seems we are kind of screwed with them. Great. So a lot of our inventory is stolen, which of course we don't want getting detected. However, the way stealing in this game works is quite interesting. The stolen tags on items will be removed after a certain period of time, and that period of time is entirely determined on several factors. Number 1, the value of the item. This expensive gallant coat will lose its stolen tag after this stolen apple, for example. And the other major factor is the social standing of the person you stole from. If you steal the clothes off of a beggar, the guards aren't likely to care or pay much attention. But if you were to steal a nobleman's ancestral sword, they're going to keep looking for quite a while. Right, Henry is really starting to get tired now, so we're going to be making our way hopefully back towards the apple orchard, where if we're lucky we can find ourselves a bed. Oh my goodness, Henry's really flagging right now. The main thing is I don't want to collapse on the road near a bunch of guards and then potentially get arrested. That would not do me any good at all. I feel quite hungry. You just ate 12 apples, Henry. I can see the apple house. It's not too far away. But considering it's almost 12 midday, Henry is just like an endless tired boy. There is one perk we can grab to hopefully try and make our life a little bit easier. In Vitality, we can grab Aesthetic, meaning that our nourishment will decrease 30% slower. This in the base game normally means you don't have to worry about food, but I've added a few mods that work actually on top of the negative stat of Hangry Henry to make this even more challenging. The main issue of Hangry Henry is that food is 50% less effective at actually filling us up, meaning we have to eat twice as much food. Still, let's make our way quickly back to this bed. Come on. Yeah, the walking couch potato known as Henry of Skalitz. Right, fantastic. Apple Hut, this is where we can have our first sleep. Oh dear, and this is where we have our first problem. So the more we sleep, the more our hunger goes down. So if we sleep for 4 hours, our hunger goes down to basically nothing, and we only get a little bit of extra restfulness. Right, we're going to sleep until 6 p.m, and then I should have a little bit more rest in me now. Was there something to steal? A cooked apple, perfect, we'll take that. Oh, and a bag of apples, another bag of apples is perfect for us. All right, there we go, good stuff. We've got a little bit of energy. Oh, and I am starting to collapse a little bit. Oh, it's the nourishment. Yes, right. Let me quickly eat some food for nourishment. But fantastic. After our little power nap, most of our items are no longer classed as stolen, so we can wander back into town. This is great. The main thing we need to do before we begin our trek back to town, though, is eat 2 cooked apples, which is enough to take my nourishment up to 12. In total, I'm just going to keep eating all of these apples. Right, so Henry has consumed over 20 apples, and that has been enough to push his nourishment up to 38. I really thought we'd stand a much better chance of this, but we are so cursed. Okay, so I'm going to make my way over to the tavern and just hope that there isn't a random guard there who gets lucky and asks where I got my shirt from. Right, okay, it's looking good. I don't see any guards, so I'll have a chat with the alehouse maid and see what's available for sale. Okay, time to do some trading. So our reputation in the local area isn't very good. We only have 36.2 money lying around, so we need to try and stretch this about as far as we can. Thankfully for us, drinking water, really cheap. So we'll buy all of the possible drinking water. That's good stuff. Then in terms of edible food, we're going to want a little bit of meat. So for that, I'll buy the cheapest meat I can in the form of this smoked ham. And then we can add in 1 bit of cream here. Cream is really high nourishment for only 9 silver, so it's well worth purchasing. Alright, so with that, we're going to be able to spend 18.4 silver. Let's go. And with this, we can now eat some of our extra food, which should boost our nourishment up to, there we go, 59. Looking good. So with all of that food now consumed, our vitality is up to 5, our agility up to 4, and our strength is back to a normal 6. We're actually doing the bare minimum of survival. Yep, we're still missing vegetables and we're tired, but provided you ignore all of that, our inventory is okay. Yeah, I mean, I say it's looking good. It's still looking really quite bad, actually. Oh my goodness, poor Henry. What a messy situation we find ourselves in. Now, I understand that for many of you, the solution for Henry's predicament would be crime. Just start robbing people, murdering people, you name it. If we stuck to a life of crime, we'd just be able to steal everything we need. The problem is, on this level of difficulty, not only have I made the combat much more challenging and crime more likely to be detected, but crimes are now permanent, meaning that even just basic things will rapidly escalate to Henry having his head chopped off. And trust me, we don't want that. Alright, now as the sun is starting to set, we don't actually have much time left today, but I do want to try and make my way over towards the nearby village off to the northwest. I can't remember the name of it, I don't even know quite where it is, because it's been about 6 months since I last played this game, meaning the map is not fresh in my brain and I'm quite likely to get lost. But the reason I'm headed over here is quite simple. There's a location where we can get ourselves a free bow and arrow. And with a bow and arrow, we can potentially do a little bit of poaching and get ourselves some supplies. What's this? Ooh, there's a building. Overgrown dugout. Hello. Oh, and inside of it, we have a cobweb that I don't think we need. An old chest key, though, that I think might be useful with this chest here in the corner. What do we got? Leather apron, an executioner's axe, sword pommel, some steel, some blacksmithing kits, and some hides. Oh, these hides are potentially worth good money. Lovely stuff. That's a great haul of loot. Now, we are a little bit time limited because we are not safe to be out in the wild at night. Henry's starting to get tired again. Henry, could you just, stop being a narcoleptic for 5 minutes? Let's make our way back to town. Oh, actually, what's this? We have ourselves a little camp. Look at this abandoned camp. It's got nettles, it's got a sack with some dried fish in it, and some bandages. This is all really good stuff, actually. I'll grab all of that. And most importantly, it's got a bed. We can sleep here. Lovely. We can sleep for 8 hours. That should be perfect. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we've managed to survive our first day in the wilderness. Ah, what a lovely brand new day. A great day to bend down, pick up some thistles and blow out your back right as you start. Perfect. Alright, so a little bit of harvesting done. Now that I'm on the main road, I think I now know the way to the bow. Now, one thing we can't do is sprint everywhere. Basically, if we do that, our energy will massively crash out and we'll rapidly lose hunger, which fundamentally we just can't afford. So it's up the road we go. Oh, there's a little path here. Where does this little path take me? Golden rule of adventuring number 1, always take the weird side path because, this is actually it. This is where the bow is. Oh, I didn't know. I completely forgot. This is it. Yes. Here it is. The village dogwood bow. A great find. Alongside as well, a bunch of arrows, which we can steal. This bowman's brew that I'm most definitely stealing. And we'll even pull all of the arrows out of the target. Because really, we need absolutely everything that this game can throw my way. Thank you very much. And seeing as we're out here, I'll also grab a few mushrooms. Well, we're getting a lot of these bad boys. Hope they're valuable. They're food. They do provide no nourishing value, but they are actually worth money. They're worth apparently 2 gold each. Oh, this is good. Right, let's start harvesting more of these, and we'll take them back to town and sell them to the merchant. Oh, I can hear someone else talking. All right, I hear a weird chap talking up the road, but I've grabbed as many mushrooms as I can carry. And yeah, I don't want to interact with strangers. Stranger danger is a real thing. If you're in a town, then chances are you're good. But if you're just talking to yourself at the side of the road, yeah, you are not getting a conversation from Henry. Henry does not want to know what your weird things are about. I don't have time for you, sir. I've got mushrooms to try and sell. All right, I'm going to get all of my haul back to town, which is quite important because the longer it takes, the more it deteriorates in my inventory and the less people are willing to pay for it. Right, well, because I've arrived in the town so early, absolutely nothing is open. Henry is also already tired, so I'm going to do the only thing that I can think of and take my bow and arrow out into a field and see if I can get lucky and kill a rabbit. Oh, there's a rabbit. I see one. Look, there it is. He's kind of laying down there. Let's get him. Pull that bow back and yeet. Missed. Okay, we missed our first shot. That's fine. Where's my arrow? Should be around here somewhere. Nope, that's a plant. There you are. Fantastic. Okay, I think hunting rabbits is just an exercise in madness. So instead, we're going to go and try and find ourselves some greater prey, some deers. Whether I can even take it down with a bow and arrow is another question entirely. But hey, someone's got to give it a go. Oh, how wonderful it would be to be able to hang out in that castle. Oh, sorry, Henry. Are you feeling a bit tired? You're feeling a bit tired? 24 energy. Henry, it's the morning. There's a deer. There's deer in front of me. I can see him. Yep, there's deer. Right, let's try and get a little bit closer to some of them. And here we go. Okay, right. And Henry, keep your eyes open for like 5 seconds. Oh, crap, we missed. Right, okay, that deer wasn't for us. That one wasn't for us. That was the warm-up deer. This deer, though. That deer also wasn't for us. That was the second warm-up deer. There is nothing I can do. So instead, there we go. Oh, I hit that deer. We actually hit that deer. Chase it. Chase it, Henry. Chase the deer. Come on, let it bleed out. Where's it gone? It went inside of these woods. Where's that bloody deer? Okay, so I've shot a deer, and Mr. Deer has survived. So, great. Oh, wait. There's a deer right there walking back. And I think the middle one is the one I shot. Yes, I can see the arrow sticking out of it. Henry, stay awake. Just walk back. Yeah, so the deer is actually walking back towards us. So, if I just aim my arrow, like, oh, beans. Right, we just stay still. We stay still and we let Bambi walk by. Come on, Bambi, get nice and close. Oh my goodness. Henry, your eyes! Keep them open for like 5 seconds. Henry, no. There goes Bambi. Oh my gosh, Henry. Right, well, the deer went off in this direction. If I'm lucky, yes. Okay, deer is back. Let's get nice and close to Mr. Deer. There we go. That's another hit on the deer. That is another good hit on the deer. Come on, chase. Chase, Henry, go. Henry, keep it together for like 2 minutes, please. There is the deer and it's bleeding. Yes! Oh my goodness, we got it. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Wow. Let's quickly rob this deer. Because, yeah, taking my arrows back is clearly robbing. And now we butcher the doe. Oh, this is progress. Oh, we managed it. On day 2, we managed to butcher the deer. What do we get? We got nothing. Henry is so bad at butchering, the doe dropped no meat. I want you to know I'm proud of you. You are so incredibly bad at what you do. Well, that was our first attempt at a light bit of poaching, and unfortunately, thanks to the rebalancing mods I have enabled, we're just not good enough to actually get any meat. So, with just 2 energy remaining, as Henry just collapses into a lack of energy, we wander our way back to town. Henry is hungover, exhausted, hungry, infinitely complaining, but we are back in town. And hopefully the alchemist should now actually be open. Hello, don't mind me. Greetings indeed. Henry, don't yawn in people's faces, it's rude. Let's trade with a man whilst we have 0 charisma. Fantastic. Please take all of my marigolds, all of my poppies, in fact, just every single flower I have. My speech skill and haggling skills are going to be so bad. We're just going to close out the deal. There we go. All right, here is the local merchant. Lovely. He's able to basically buy all of the non-specific items of our inventory. So hopefully, sorry, don't mind me just having a little nap. We'll be able to do some trade. Right, if we close out this deal, we get 65 money, which is really, really good. So let's do that. Thank you very much, merchant man. So with that, we now have 300 groschen on our inventory. This is looking good. All right, we're going to need to find another campsite for the night. And I think I see one just down the hill. Yeah, there's a outcropping with tents and stuff, and maybe even a cook station. So yeah, we'll run our way down the hill. I mean, I say run. We have stamina that can only get us about this far. All right, and fantastic. It is an occupied campsite, but no one here looks actually evil, so this is all good. So I'm going to eat an insane amount of dried mushrooms. With this, I should now hopefully be able to sleep, and the bed is actually 58% effective, which is pretty good. So we're going to have a quick 4-hour power nap, get us up to 31 energy. Oh, and we used our perk somnolent. What is this? What is that perk? You lose energy 40% faster, and every time you sleep, there's a chance of your sleepwalking legs will take you somewhere else. No! Okay, so this is why we need to sleep so much. And then, where are we? Genuinely, where on earth are we? There's some kind of village there, I guess? Right, well... There goes all of the good reputation we've built up. We've ended up somewhere else entirely on the map. Right, I've arrived in a village. Innkeeper Mary. Hello, Innkeeper Mary. Oh, okay, right. I appear to have wandered over to a local trading post kind of area. Here's some lodgings, I guess. Is this a spot to sleep? No. Right, well, there's a tavern I can actually sleep in here. Okay, I can ask to stay for just one night. Okay, nice, right. We can actually pay for one night. It's going to be 12 gold. We'll do that. And if we're hungry, there's some food in the pot. You're amazing. Thank you very much. Farewell. Oh, yeah, so we can eat this food. No, sir, you said I can eat the pot food. Don't you eat the pot food. The pot food is mine. My tasty food. Well, get out the way. Stop stirring it. Please, sir, please. Please out the way. There we go. If I stand in that private area, it got him off the pot, as he thought I was trespassing. There we go. Eat the food. Lovely. I just need him to get off the pot again. So into the trespassing zone we go. Now we eat from the pot. There we go. How to trick the AI and maximize your pot chomping. All right, let's eat some more. Nice. Good stuff. We are eating way more food than we need, but it's okay. An overweight Henry is a happy Henry. Okay, we've eaten everything from the cauldron. Right, up to bed we go. All right, we finally have ourselves a first proper night. So we're going to sit down on this bed, and we're going to take a look at actually reading our archery book. Let's do some studying. If we read for just 3 hours, yes, we are going to be completely tired. We have now finished the book and improved our marksmanship and our scholarship. Splendid stuff. Let's close that book and go to sleep. Oh my goodness, we need to sleep for a full 10 hours to get maximum restedness. This is insane. Alright, so this man lives under the bridge and just sells things. I have noticed that this man basically does have a lot of stuff, and he's a wandering beggar who lives under a bridge. So, yeah, we're just going to knock him out. There we go. Karl von Utenbrook is now unconscious. We can now rob him for all of his valuable items, and, well, we don't want anyone finding him. So he's just going to have an unfortunate little accident here. We'll be stealing those boots. Oh, and this is a good little sleeping spot as well. A cracked skull. I don't know if I want a cracked skull. Doesn't seem like a good thing to steal. What do we got in here? Food. 121 groschen. This is good stuff. But who said crime doesn't pay? This is fantastic. Yes, Henry is kind of a murderer, but so what? Let me eat all of this crime-ridden food, like this vaguely spoiled sausage and trout. There we go. Now we've got energy. Now we've got nourishment. Oh, I ate something bad. What? Food poisoning gradually drains your health and can even kill you. Quickly drink a digestive potion. What? Are you telling me I shouldn't eat moldy sausages I find in a bag next to a homeless person? Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, the food poisoning doesn't seem that bad. So I'm going to say that we just leave it be, and hope that it goes away. Yeah, that's my theory. Right, well, we can't go to the inn, else we'll probably get arrested. We can't go to the village, else we will definitely get arrested. So I guess it's just wandering up the main road until we get lucky and find a camp at the side of it. The age-old strategy will never fail me. I must say, I am personally feeling very confident in Henry's abilities at the moment. I really do feel like Henry's life has been turned around. Yes, all it's taken is murdering 2 complete strangers in cold blood, which will damn Henry's eternal soul, presumably, or something like that canonically. But we have gone from literally having nothing to having just enough food to keep this insatiably hungry man alive. So that's pretty good indeed. Oh, here we go. We got ourselves a camp, I believe. Oh, and a chest with some blood next to it. It's always a good sign. I can drink some wine. Have a little bit of wine. Remember, if you're walking by the side of the road and you see a cask of wine that says free wine, do not drink it. That's probably a bad idea. Right, where's Matthew? Oh, here he is. He's chosen to take off all of his clothes. Nice. Shall we have a drink together?
Have a lot of time.
Don't ask why I'm covered in blood, sir. Oh, Matthew wants a fight. We have kind of been able to fight someone and win, and this man is topless, so presumably... Oh, he's no longer topless, right. We're grappling. Okay, here we go. We got ourselves an actual proper fight. This is a great opportunity for us to gain some experience. Oh dear, he is actually boxing. He's boxing. There you go. Take that. Ow. Ow. Oh, ow, ow. Oh, he's got the quadruple whacker. That's his move. Okay, and we do another punch. Oh dear, he dodged that one. God, he's so good with a kick. He is so good with a kick. And there we go. He did it. He has absolutely bonked me. Yeah, my health is down to 14. Oh dear, what time is it? Okay, it's midday. Okay, we can't sleep. Sleeping is a terrible idea. Instead, we will use this opportunity to gather herbs and boost my survival experience.
Christ, done my back in.
Right, so after all of that herb picking, we have managed to achieve survival level 10. Wow, this is great stuff. Now, we've got a few options of perks we could grab, but I think we're going to go for Bounty of the Wild. Basically means we're more likely to get extra fur or trophies. Alright, well that's actually pretty good. I'm too over encumbered to sprint. Why is that? Is it because I'm perchance holding 254 thistles? Yes, I believe it is. They are worth nothing though, so we are going to drop all of them down on the ground. Goodbye, thistles. Farewell, enjoy your day. Maybe someone else will have use for them. So we are actually in a really good position. We got a lot of items in our inventory. The stolen tag has left most of them. So yes, this is very good indeed. We're not safe enough to go back to town though, so we're going to make our way back down the hill to the camp where we had our fist fight, and hopefully everything will be good. Oh, what's this? Just a dead villager. What? I promise I didn't kill this man. Okay, that is weird. Fine. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. We're nearly back at... Oh, am I tired again? Yep, of course Henry is tired. Can't go 5 seconds without Henry being marginally tired. But still, that's been a good day adventuring and exploring. We've gathered a large amount of experience. And is this our camp? Yes, it is. Oh, look, they're having fun doing a little fight themselves. And with that, we can hopefully sleep. All right, what's the maximum we can sleep? Okay, we can sleep until 11 p.m. This actually gives us some of our health back, which is nice. Where am I? No. It moved me. I was going to be like, oh, well, we'll just have a little nap and then we'll go to bed and then wake up and then go to bed again. So we wake up still tired. Where on earth are we? There was a man down there with a torch, I saw. There's a light coming from there. Okay, maybe a camp. I can see the castle is, I was going to say to my north, but I don't know. That could be to myself. You've discovered Apollonia. Apollonia. That rings a bell. I feel like I've been here in the main quest of the game once. The torch flashing light is interesting. Maybe a camp. Right. Is this a camp of friendly people? Let me crouch. What do we got here? Oh, it looks pretty friendly. There's a sleeping bandit. We're out of here. We're out of here. Henry, you're sleepwalking us into the middle of a bandit camp, right? Henry, I know you're tired, but we have to leave this environment before it kills us. Oh, there's a food pot here. Quick, steal food. Doesn't matter if they're bandits. We can always just have a little bit of their food. There we go. That'll keep us going on the road. Keep stealing the food, Henry. Keep stealing the lovely porridge pot. Okay, well, I've eaten everything I can. It wasn't the best, but it'll do. I almost fell off a cliff. There's a light there of some kind. Maybe the moon. This is so dark. I think this is the back of the castle, which means the starting town we're in is vaguely over there. There's a wooden hut here, though. A wooden hut could have a bed, and a bed could have a lot of happiness and safety. What do we got here? Random hut. There's a bed in here that I can kind of see if I press E. So we'll sleep here. Please be comfy. It's an okay bed. I haven't got enough food to properly sleep though. Why is my hunger going up so much? I'm so hungry and tired. Henry, please calm yourself. I only have like 10 walnuts left. Okay, with some walnuts in my belly, we can go to bed and wake up vaguely at the morning. Where are we now? Not the somnambulant again. I did just see a dandelion. I'm near some dandelions. I can't see where we are. It's pitch black darkness. We're in the woods. We're in the woods somewhere. Right, well, it's another random wooden house in the middle of nowhere with sheep. There are sheep here. Okay. This is fine. And a food pot. I'm his shepherd Smoliek. Okay, right. He's a shepherd. He sleeps here. I don't know if he does anymore. I don't know if he does. I don't think we can have him do that. What's he got in his inventory? Door and chest keys. Ooh. I don't know if we can let Mr. Shepherd here live, unfortunately. He's too powerful to be left alive in that he has a house. So Henry has to kill him. He has to. Also, I need a new pair of shoes. And an embroidered shirt's probably pretty good. And a work axe is nice. And there's a chest here with stuff in it, like a headscarf, some of this stuff, some ornate items. These are all really good things. Right, we've stolen that. And then because he's dead, I can steal this food and it should be fine. Lovely random forest oats. Right, well, I've eaten all of the random forest oats one could possibly dream of. And now with another stranger's blood on my hands, I can wear this fancy miner's hood. And I even have some firm boots. Perfect. Lovely stuff. There we go. I mean, our version of Henry is kind of terrifying. He's this teleporting nightmare monster who just appears in locations, kills things, and maybe moves on. I am noticing there's a large amount of sheep in here. It's now a good opportunity to train my bow skill on sheep. Let's see. Yep, there we go. That's one sheep dead. Let's get the ram. There we go. 2 sheep dead. Presumably the sheep might come back, but for the moment, I can rob this sheep, get my arrows back, and then butcher it. Let's go, Henry. Survival time. Nice. We've got a sheep's stomach, some horn, some guts, and some skin. That's all pretty good. Right, good stuff. That's some great harvesting completed. I have no idea where we are, though. Is that a cat? A dog? I don't know what happened to your previous owner. I promise you the last time I saw him, he was doing okay, but he's probably just having a nap. Yeah, he's having a nap. He's having a really heavy nap. Can I grab the body so I can move him out of his own bed? Right, then we just place him behind his own house. Perfect stuff. I need to kill more of the sheep. It's genuinely the only way. All of the sheep have to die. And then maybe, I guess, we head off in that direction through the pathway through the woods. I'm sorry, sheep, but we're going to have to do the Anakin and the youngling scene. Right, okay, I've done a little bit more cooking and we're up to a very exciting survival level 11, which is honestly much better than I was expecting. However, at the moment, we've loaded ourselves up with pretty much an infinite amount of supplies. We are massively overweight, but we need to sell some of these things and actually turn them into money. So I'm going to take what I believe to be the main pathway out of here, which is this path in the woods, maybe. So if we go off in this direction, hopefully we will find a settlement where we can sell things. So we are very tired. Yeah, considering we can't run, there's no way we can make it to a settlement in time. So instead, I'm going to continue my sheep massacre, and then we'll go to sleep in the bed here. I can't sleep any more than 4 hours. Really? Fine, we'll sleep 4 hours. Okay, we'll sleep to midday and go up to the riveting energy level of 46. Oh gosh, we really need a proper bed. We are so screwed. It's time for us to wander into town, hopefully. Is this way, maybe? Well, off into the woods we go. I have no idea where we are. Ah, now this looks like a small road that connects to a more main road. I think we want to go up, because up the hill gives us great advantage of viewing points, and I think that makes it more likely for us to find a settlement. Ah, yes. Yes, there is a settlement of some kind up here. Right, where are we? Who are any of you people? You're just a housemaid. We're in Tarkov, okay, great. Oh, this is where the blacksmith is that you can work for. Right, now that is quite interesting. Now, I found there's nothing really worth buying in this settlement, but I can still sell quite a lot of my wares to the innkeeper and haggle to get a bit more money. So, I'm loaded up on a lot more groschen, and I'm heading back to our hidden campsite for our regularly scheduled nap. I think the hidden campsite in the woods that we previously stayed at is over here, somewhere this way. Okay, yeah, I am a little bit lost, but it's fine. Yeah, it's not in that tree. Is the camp here? This looks vaguely like a camp. It might not be the camp. Yes, we need sleep, so let's make our way over. And yeah, it's got fences. That's generally a sign of something, I guess. A house, maybe someone lives here. That'll do. All right, what do we got? Poacher's hideout. Oh, cool. I'm somewhat of a poacher myself, actually. Hunting arrows, that's a good find. We'll take all of that. And some food and some other hides. Oh, this is a brilliant haul. All right, well, let's have a sleep at this poacher's hideout. We can only sleep for 3 hours. We are so useless. Oh, dear. Oh, where are we? We're somewhere else. You've discovered Slatago. Okay, so we're now in Slatago. Where is this? Why am I here? Appears to be a few buildings. I've just slept and I'm already tired. I'm still tired. I've only got 18 energy. Well, there's no beds here that anyone wants me to sleep in, so...
I need some sleep.
Where do we go? There's another building down there. We'll go to that building down there. That'll do. Where on earth am I? When in doubt, we just follow the general rule of thumb of wander into the forest and hope you find a campsite. Find someone else's house, kill them, and take over. Oh, there's some dogs here. Hello there, wild dogs. Oh, wait, wild dogs are not friendly dogs, are they? Oh, okay. Quick. Bow. Okay, nope. Bow is not the right idea. Sword time. Okay, come on, sword out. Henry, get the sword out for goodness sake. Oh my goodness. Swing. Ow, he bit my leg. Okay, we're low on health. We're really low on health. We only have 11 health. What can I take? Oh no, this is not good at all. Paragold decoction. This heals. You cannot use an item in combat. Oh no. No! Henry, no! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of our hero Henry's journey. I can't believe it. I just walked into a random farmhouse and I was like, oh, wild dog. You know, that's vaguely friendly. If I'm walking the streets and I see wild dog, I don't know. I'm like, oh, good boy wants a pet. And it turns out, no, good boy wants a chunk out of my arm. Probably all of my sausages and cheese and meats that I was walking around with. Still, we survived, I think, 3 days in the wild. This challenge is actually incredibly difficult. The fact that you're endlessly being moved around, you always need to sleep, you never have enough money, Henry is always this hungry hippo, and you can hardly carry anything really takes this game up to an exciting level of difficulty. Of course, you don't have to play it with permadeath, but if you want to repeat this challenge yourself, please do and let me know how it goes. I'll include a link to all of my mods in the description. Anyway, thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed today's video, then please do give it a like. Tell me if you'd like to see this attempted again, maybe with some changes to the rules. Of course, a massive thank you to each and every one of our amazing YouTube channel members and patrons for funding all of my nonsense. You're all absolutely incredible. And if you're sat there wondering what video to watch next, look no further than this one on screen now. I think you're going to love it. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have a glorious day and goodbye for now.